Good morning and thanks for choosing Fox 10 News on this Saturday morning. I'm Asha Staples. Today is June 20th. Checking in first with meteorologist Matt Barentine for a look at our weekend forecast. Good morning, Matt.
Good morning, Asha. So good to see you. So good to see everyone else here this morning on this Saturday. Of course, it is the summer solstice. Tomorrow is Father's Day, so a lot going on this weekend, and it's going to feel like summertime out there. It is going to be hot. Temperatures this morning already pretty mild and muggy out there. Temperatures in the lower 70s in most places. 73 in Mobile, 70 in Pace, 71 in Crestview. A little warmer in Daphne at 77, Dauphin Island at 80, and Destin at 79 here to begin the day. Not bad. Nothing on the radar. It is clear out there this morning. Should stay quiet most of the day. Let me go ahead and show you the futurecast, and you'll see there's a possibility of a couple little pop-up showers here after lunchtime, but only a couple. So the rain chance really around 10%. So most of us don't get any rain today. But if you do, let's say you're out and about and a quick little shower pops up on you, it won't last very long. So don't let it ruin your plan. Just let it pass on by or fizzle out, and it won't be too big of a deal. So just something to keep in mind. It's a possibility, but a small one out there here for us on our Saturday. You can see those temperatures heating on up. Low 90s out there this afternoon. It is going to be toasty out here for us on our Saturday, so just be prepared for that. It's going to continue to be hot for the next several days as we go through your Father's Day weekend. So that's your top headline, hot and dry for the weekend, but still great weather for Pops. Then better rain chances return next week. We get back to summertime afternoon thunderstorms in a big way. I'll show you that coming up in just a few minutes.
All right, looking good, Matt. Thank you. In the news this morning, we are hearing from the Mobile Fire Department after 2 of their own were terminated and a 3rd resigned. It's all because of a controversial social media post about Black Lives Matter protests. Fire Chief Mark Seeley is not happy about what happened involving at least 3 of his firefighters. He's taking the blame and says change is coming. He says his department will start ongoing implicit bias and diversity awareness training next month.
We're not going to have a fire department that disrespects our community. We are going to uphold the standards of what was left for us for this fire department and continue to make it better.
A union spokesperson says at least one of the fired firefighters is appealing the decision to the Mobile Personnel Board. Chief Seeley says there is a social media policy in place and everyone should be aware of it. Sources have told us that disciplinary actions against more firefighters could be coming, but the chief declined to comment on that. And the Mobile County Sheriff's Office announcing the arrest of one of their deputies. Officials say Robert Forster is facing 6 different charges. There are 2 counts of unlawful possession of a controlled substance, unlawful possession with intent to distribute, tampering with physical evidence, possession of drug paraphernalia, and what's called use of position and persona, an ethics violation. The Sheriff's Office says Forster started working for them in January. And one of the officers involved in the shooting death of a Louisville EMT is now out of a job. Jessica Valterra has the story.
I called Tamika, let her know. She said that's the best news that I've gotten today.
Since March 13th, Tamika Palmer and the rest of Brianna Taylor's family haven't been the same. 3 months after her death, the officer who fired 10 shots blindly into Taylor's sliding door has been fired from the Louisville Metro Police Department. Lenita Brown, who represents Taylor's family, says Friday's news gives them hope for justice.
What we heard from the Attorney General Daniel Cameron yesterday, we were expecting that information just because we had been in communications with them. We did know that they were asking for more time for the investigation. We were encouraged that they're doing an independent investigation as well as the FBI.
Interim Chief Robert Schroeder wrote in Hankison's termination letter that he violated 14 counts total of standard operating procedures, 4 counts of obedience to rules and regulations, 10 counts of use of deadly force, 1 for every shot fired.
We knew that's what happened. We went to the apartment. We saw the bullet holes. We talked to the neighbors, so we've known what happened.
Schroeder said Hankison had, quote, extreme indifference to the value of human life when he blindly fired 10 shots into Taylor's apartment. It says Hankison fired off at Taylor's patio door and window, which were covered with material that prevented him from seeing what he was shooting at, which led investigators to believe he didn't check whether there was a threat or if anyone innocent was around. Attorney Baker claims it should be noted during this whole time, Mayor Fisher had the capacity to do more than what he let on.
And that's what we've been saying all along, is you can terminate them with the information that you have. And contained in that letter is the information. The same information we've been saying is that they fired blindly into Brianna's home.
She says just because Hankison is no longer on the police force, that's still not enough, and that the fight towards justice is just beginning.
We still think that other officers should be held accountable as well, and we still do want for charges to be brought.
In other news, one of the 4 former Minneapolis police officers involved in the death of George Floyd is out of jail this morning. J. Alexander Kyung was released from custody after posting bond. He was charged with aiding and abetting both second-degree unintentional murder and second-degree manslaughter. To Tao and Thomas Lane are also facing the same charges. Derek Chauvin is facing second- and third-degree murder and third-degree manslaughter. All 4 are expected to make a court appearance later this month.